Hi, I'm Lateacha Coleman. I am a 4-month black doll and a 6-year cancer survivor. I was like your ordinary young woman. At the age of 23, I married my best friend, and we had hopes and dreams of living our lives like ordinary couples. We wanted to travel, we wanted to have children, and we wanted to live our lives together for a very long time. And we thought that that would be possible until we had a health scare. In July of 2007, my husband of only a year was deploying. While he was deployed, there were some health issues that I needed to take care. I had found a lump the year before and was told that it was nothing serious. It was probably just a cyst. So at the age of 24, I went in for a yearly, and the doctor said, "Mrs. Coleman, you have a lump." And she found the lump and realized that there were not only one, but there were 2 lumps. When I called for my mammogram, they denied me. They told me because I wasn't 35 that I could not get a mammogram. And I was shocked that I couldn't get a mammogram despite having this lump. So I went to the specialist, and he kind of tiptoed around it. He said, "You're young, you're 24 years old, we'll just keep an eye on the lump and we'll just take care of it when need be." Another year passed, and I went in for my yearly again, and I told my doctor that I still had this lump and I wanted to get it taken care of as soon as possible. And of course my husband was away, he was deployed. And so I went to a specialist, another specialist, and she sent me to get an ultrasound. And while doing my ultrasound, they discovered that I had 2 lumps. One lump, he said he could bet that it was a cyst, but the second one, he wasn't sure. And so we decided to do surgery.
Stop.
So after my surgery, the next day, my husband returned home from his deployment. The doctor came in, and she brought along a nurse. And she sat down and she says, "I have your results." She said the first lump that we took out was a cyst, and the second one was cancer. My first reaction was, I stood up and I fell out. I said, "I have cancer, I'm gonna die." I just knew that this was definitely a death sentence. And Demetrius and I sat in the car, and I told him, I said, "You know what, I'm not gonna let this beat me, I'm gonna fight it." It was actually one of the toughest nights that I've ever experienced. One Thanksgiving, I got really sick. I could hardly breathe, I had a fever, and it was just something wrong. And my husband took me to the emergency room, and they found out that I had pneumonia. And of course, I thought, okay, pneumonia, there's nothing wrong with that. So when the doctor left and when Demetrius went to go get the car, my husband, I pulled out my phone and I looked up metastatic, and it said cancer that has spread to other parts of the body. A day before New Year's Eve, I was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic breast cancer. My oncologist called it a chronic disease. She said this is something that you can control. All I read on the internet was that I have this disease, and that eventually one day that I would die from this disease. And I couldn't do anything but cry. I was just wondering, when is it going to be my last day? I would like to offer you some words of encouragement if you're in a similar situation, or if you've ever been a survivor of anything. Just remember to live in the present, turn the fear of the future on its head, and remember to do the things that you love to do now.